Wirihana. Welcome to the Twisted Sisters video hop for January, and today I'm going to be twisting and using in a different way a new stamp set. This is the Meier scrapbooking stamp set. You can use these stamps to make all sorts of beautiful flowers and background papers. I'm going to show you a different way of using this stamp set today. Some of the other materials I'm going to be using and supplies, I have the new thin cut set. It's a scallop note card, and so I'm cutting that out of craft cardstock today. I'm also using the new mini stamps. They're the M size stamps, so this is the little heart, and the thin cut for that comes with the scallop note card. So you'll see that that's the stamp that fits it. And I've also got the mini greetings congrats, so it has just for you and congrats. So I'll be using those in my projects today as well. I am using a retired stamp set because for the project that I'm doing I needed to find something that would fit my theme. So I am using one of the stamps out of the Desserts a la Whirl. This was a couple of catalogues ago, so you might have it on hand, and I found it to be a really versatile set, so I'll be using that as well. I will be using 3 of my tri-blend markers. So today I'm using the earth brown blend, the earth brown shades, and the ice grey blend. I'm also using the Close to My Heart Espresso ink pad, and I'm using Distress Oxide Vintage Photo and an ink blending tool with a foam applicator on the end. So I'm going to be making 3 projects. One is a little gift card holder, and then there's a 4x6 inch top fold card and a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card, a sideways little landscape card, which is the A2 size. So we're going to jump in and get started. I've cut 2 of this die cut out of craft cardstock, and I've cut 2 strips of this belly band here. So I've started on the card. I cut the scallop piece off the top of this one here. So cut the scallop off and attached it to the card. And this is a 4 inch by 6 inch card base, a top fold standing card. And then I've started stamping some of these petals using espresso ink, just stamping petals along the bottom because I don't want them to be petals. My twisted use of the Meier scrapbooking stamps is to turn them into coffee beans. Now I've stamped a few there, and I'm going to just gently try. I've got Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and I just want to gently ink along the bottom of my card, not too hard, just to give it a little bit of that sort of craft toffee color. So I'm just going to do that, so with my ink blending tool, and that has just sort of softened the bottom from being such a stark white. Now I'm going to bring in my ink pad again. I've already stamped some of these, but the little petals have these ridges in them, which really make it look like beans. And I thought that was such a cute way to use them. So I can just stamp a few more using all the smaller petals out of that stamp set. You can overlap them, but I just wanted sort of a collection of beans along the bottom there. Now for this card to be completed, I've already coloured a coffee cup, and I'm going to add that to my card. So I've got the belly band. One of them I'm going to fold and put that around my gift card holder. So you could buy a friend a gift card to go and get themselves a cup of coffee or a hot chocolate or orange juice, something like that, and you could put the gift card holder inside this little scalloped note card. But this other one I'm going to use, it does have these little score lines, but I'm just going to attach that across the front of my card, and then I can have my coffee cup there, or hot chocolate cup, and my little for you. Now you could put the heart up here if you want to, or or you could put it down the side, completely up to you. I might actually put it in the top there, and I just thought that might be nice. I'm going to actually stamp a couple more beans there. I sort of want like a little mountain of coffee beans, and you could just use the different ones so that, and turn them so you get that texture. So we're basically making like a coffee background. Actually, that's nice. Then I can put my strip across there. So I'm just going to add my piece of craft cardstock, the belly band. I'm going to nest it on the left hand side and just run it across the card. I'll turn this over and just carefully cut the extra piece off, and then I want to put my cup round about here. In fact, before I put that cup on, I'm just going to stamp one bean on the cup. Actually, it would be cute to stamp them into a heart or find a little heart to go on the front. So I'm just going to add a little bit of foam tape onto the back, because I like to lift up some of the elements on my cards, give it some dimension. So I've got some foam squares here left from another project. So we can just put that cute little message in the top of the card there. So I'm going to do the colouring on my cup using the earth brown blend. I start with the lightest end and just colour these parts at the top and the bottom. Then I take the darkest end on the earth brown blend and I just flick from the sides, just so it makes the cup look a little bit rounded and gives a little bit of a shadow. And then I've got the earth brown shades, and I'm coming on the lightest end of that because it's just a little bit darker and just makes my shading on the edges a little bit richer. So that's using the browns. Now I've got the ice grey blend, and I'm just going to use this along my cup. So just doing a little bit from the edge on both sides, just to break up that white a little bit. You can fill in that little part there. And then I'm coming down the sides of my cup, and on the left hand side I like to flick in a little bit, maybe just do some small ones on the right hand, and that just adds some shading to my cup. And then I can come in with one of these petal stamps and just stamp it like a coffee bean, and if you stamp two of them, it's sort of a little bit like a coffee cup heart. So I'm going to add one of those onto the belly band of this little scalloped note card holder. So you can put a gift card in there, fold it up, put the belly band on, and you can add a nice little coffee cup. Now I'm going to take these little petals and just stamp them on the front of this like a collection. Actually, I'll pull that off. So it's like a collection of little coffee beans. So there I've got some beans on the front, and I can slip my belly band onto here with the cup, and that way you've got a cute little gift card holder. So I'm going to bring in just a scrap piece of paper so that I can do my ink blending. So just gentle rubbing across the bottom. And that just sets the tone for me to put my coffee beans on there. So I'll bring my piercing mat, or you could turn your Versa mat over. I'll bring back the espresso and then stamp some beans. you so much for joining me today in the Twisted Sisters hop. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how you can turn those little petals into coffee beans to make some interesting cards and just stretch that stamp set a little bit further. Please check out the other Twisted Sisters in the hop. Go and see the videos with all the twisted ideas they have for the new products out of the January catalogue. And we look forward to seeing you again in the next hop.